Heaven's Journey to Life. Is the Sun God? Day 29. As mentioned within the previous post, we're continuing with how our movement into the depths of substance within as our beingness and without as existence and substance manifest, consumes substance for energy, equally as one manifested our movement as consciousness into the depths of our beingness within and as our physical body, into the depths of the physical body of the female, until eventually out of the mother's womb, forward, head first, to within our movement out of the mother's womb, where we've consumed the substance available to us in our beingness and the physical body of the female, move out into and as this physical existence, to consume from and of the depths of our beingness and physical body and this physical existence, to continue consuming for our survival as energy for a finite moment, until eventually where the depths of substance of our beingness and physical body had been transformed into energy relationships of unified fields that eventually manifest to the final diminishment and depletion of energy, as we as energy consumed all of and as substance itself for a finite existence as energy, instead of standing with and as substance in and as equality and oneness, and living eternally here with and as substance as life. I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand how me as energy in relation to my relationship with and as my beingness of and as substance in my external formation and structure of and as substance is equal to and one with my relationship of me as energy and consciousness and mind with and as my beingness of and as substance within and as my physical body, in my physical body itself as substance manifest is equal to and one with the existence fire in relation to the physical environment of and as substance manifest, and the nature of and as the physical environment as substance manifest is equal to and one with the manifestation of money in relation to the physical environment of and as substance manifest, and the nature of and as the physical environment as substance manifest, where in the beginning as energy, I, in my movement for my reward, moved into and as the depths of and as existence and substance manifest, and in that movement forward for my reward, consumed the depths of substance within and as existence, through and as my external formation and structure, existing in and as the nature of and as friction and conflict, as the nature I, as the manifested singularity, had accepted and allowed myself to be and become as the conception of separation. In that nature of separation as me, as manifested singularity, with my relationship as friction and conflict to and towards existence and substance as me, that moved forward for my reward, deeper into the depths of substance and existence as me, transforming substance and existence into and as negative energy experience that accumulate in and as my beingness through the ripples and reverberations, where the neutral energy experience and positive energy experience equally as one move deeper into and as the depths of my beingness and consume my beingness of and as substance to transform into energy from my energy awareness as energy to evolve into and as the positive energy experience as reward for and of the more as me that I get and have in and as my movement forward. Now, as consciousness and mind, as I within and as the one position and location within and as the female's womb, with the successful manifestation of my inception and conception process as my physical body and consciousness manifestation, have consumed the substance available to me within and as my beingness, and my physical body, and the physical body of and as the female, have reached the energy awareness of and as positive energy experience that will start to diminish and lessen into and as the neutral energy experience of and as only me, to the negative energy experience awareness of and as the lesser of me, equal as one, as what manifested as me within and as my manifested singularity, in and as the one position and location within and as existence and substance manifest, where that lesser negative energy experience awareness will be the starting point that instigate the physical movement of me forward, for me reward as searching for and looking for my positive energy experience. And so I will physically move out of the female's womb and physical body, out of and from that one location and position, And as I physically move me out of the female's womb and physical body, that very process of physical movement that is driven and motivated and instigated by and through and as the negative energy experience of and as the lesser of me as energy awareness, drives consciousness, the mind, and energy deeper into me, into and as my beingness, the physical body. Because what drives and moves that very physical movement forward is my mind and energy as me, as negative energy experience awareness, searching for and looking for its reward as positive energy experience. And as I physically move my physical body through and as the negative energy experience, equally as one as I move my manifested singularity forward within and as the starting point of negative energy experience, to search for and look for my energy awareness as positive energy experience. Simultaneously, me as energy move deeper into my beingness and physical body. As I physically move forward, as instigated by and through the negative energy experience awareness of and as me, I equally as one as energy move deeper into and as my beingness and physical body that accumulate the energy of negative energy experience as my energy consume the depths of my beingness and physical body, and so my neutral energy experience and positive energy experience accumulate and accordingly manifest. Where my very coming out of the female's womb and physical body is manifested as the positive energy experience, as the rebirth, reemergence of and as me, as positive energy experience once again. In this, I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand how the extent of that physical movement forward out of and from the womb and physical body of the female, the velocity of the process of the negative energy experience awareness of me in and as my physical body, instigating the physical movement forward for my reward as positive energy experience, extracts and consumes substance within and as my beingness and physical body manifestation and nutrients and material to such an extent within and as quantum time that once I am out of the mother's womb and physical body, reaching and attaining and getting and having that reward of and as positive energy experience during and within that process, as I physically move out of the female's womb and physical body, consuming substance from the depths of my beingness, physical body, as my mind and consciousness system platform and manifestation of the conscious, subconscious, and unconscious integrate and insert itself deeper into and as my beingness and physical human body, into and as the very flesh, bone, and tissue as it moves deeper and more, and the more it consumes. I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand how once I am out of the female's womb and physical body, my positive energy experience again start diminishing and lessening to the neutral energy experience and to the negative energy experience of and as the lesser of and as me, and immediately again as negative energy experience as the lesser of and as me in and as the physical body, once completely and successfully out of the womb and physical body of the female, will initiate and instigate the process of movement of and as me as negative energy experience awareness, search for and look for my reward as positive energy experience that come in and as the manifestation of and as the sound of cries and physical body contortion. With the sound of cries, my negative energy experience experienced communication through and as the physical, as wailing and crying as me as negative energy experience, searching for and looking for me to be given and get and have and obtain more energy through and as the friction and conflict I manifest as the crying through and as my physical body for me to accumulate my negative energy experience into and as the positive energy experience, and the contortion of the physical body as the physical pain the physical body experience and have experienced with the quantum integration of the consciousness, conscious, subconscious, and unconscious mind during the physical birthing process and movement forward as the mind consciousness integrated and merged and moved deeper into and as the substance physicality of me, extracting and transforming the very substance from and of the physical fabric and flesh and bone and tissue to transform into energy, which the physical body experienced as pain, as the very physical manifestations experience the process of being ripped and torn and manipulated and transformed to make way for the consciousness platform and system of consciousness, subconscious and unconscious mind that integrate and merge within the flesh and bone and tissue to integrate and insert itself and have access to the physical sustenance, nutrients, and substance of and as the bone, tissue, flesh, fabric of the physical. To so transform the sustenance, nutrient, substance into energy, for the mind consciousness to accumulate energy from that friction and conflict for its reward as positive energy experience. I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand how the physical manifested process of fire, equally as one, is manifested as my physical manifested process of and as energy consciousness, where the negative energy experience of and as the fire that simmer in the already burnt wood and physical materials in and as its one location and position will from and within that negative energy experience physically move itself into and as and towards and within the depths of the physical reality and environment forward. Physically move itself into and as all directions within and towards its physical environment in its process of searching for and looking for its positive energy experience reward as the highest flame, as its survival and continued existence as fire, equally as one as my mind and consciousness move itself from within and as the negative energy experience into and as all directions within and as the depths of and as my beingness and physical body to consume substance and physicality for my survival and continued existence as energy. That within that movement deeper and into and as the depths of its physical environment will consume from within and as the very physical material available to it, will integrate and move deeper into and as the physical material itself, as it consume the very fabric and flesh and substance of and as the physical materials until there's nothing left, and so continue moving deeper outwards and outwards, as it move within and throughout its environment to find and get and have more physical materials to consume, equally as one as my mind and consciousness move within and throughout the entire internal environment of and as the physical body, as the bones, flesh, tissue, fabric of the physical body, and inwards, as when and as it finds and gets and have the physical materials to consume, it integrates and manifests itself into and as the very fabric and manifestation and substance of those physical materials, equally as one as when and as the mind consciousness integrates and manifests into and as the bones and tissue and flesh, will extract and consume all the substance and sustenance and nutrients within and as the bones and tissue and flesh, for it to consume and transform into and as energy, until nothing remains but physical materials left for rotting and transformed into ash, that eventually returns to this physical existence. Equally as one that manifests as ourselves as human beings as consciousness, the mind, in relationship to our beingness in the human physical body, where we consume from and of this physical existence and within ourselves as beingness physical body, moving within and throughout our physical environments and within and as our beingness and substance as consciousness and energy in the mind, integrate more and more and more into our beingness and physical body, consuming our very fabric and substance and sustenance and nutrients and flesh, until eventually there's nothing left, and we return to ash and rot away as the physical representation of and as what we have done and become, rotten creations and children, as consciousness and energy, that evolve as energy and consciousness in the mind, within and as the process that slowly but surely rot away the physical body and our beingness for ourselves as consciousness and energy to exist and survive for a finite moment in existence. I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand the statement, if you know the beginning, you know the end, in the fullest extent of me as who I am, have become, as energy and consciousness, where I begin as consciousness and energy in the physical body in the conception and inception process that consume the physical reality for my energy reality to exist and survive. From this beginning, starting the process of rotting away the physical reality from my rotten energy reality to continue existing and surviving. My energy reality as mind imbued with rottenness as the evil nature I become within and as my mind and secret mind, as my processes of thinking and internal conversations reflect the evil, rotten nature I as energy am and have become, equally as one as the rotten action of me in my process of rotting away my physical body and physical reality, within and without for me as my rotten nature, as energy reality to continue existing and surviving. Because for me as energy reality to survive and exist, I rot away the physical reality, and therefore my nature as energy reality in the mind will become equally as one as rotten, as the rotten and evil ways and means and methods I use to get, have, and obtain energy for me to continue existing and surviving as energy. And so I end rotting my physical human body and eventually leaving behind a physically rotten physical body as I, as energy, reality, and the mind, ceased to exist in and during my process of rotting away all the physical body substance available to me, and in this, leaving behind a rotten reality and life and existence that I have created and manifested, contributed to as the rotten nature of and as myself as energy in the mind and consciousness. I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand because in my action as energy that rot away the physical, the very nature of myself is equal to and one with what I do and live, and thus, in my action and doing of rotting away the physical, I am within my nature, and who I am thus a rotten individual, that only exists for the interest of myself as energy, and the accumulation of energy as self-reward of and as positive energy experience, destroying everything and everyone in my path and journey of finding and searching for my positive energy experience as self-reward, with absolute disregard for all life, from my own physical body, my beingness, to other human beings, to this physical existence. For I have become a being that destroys and annihilates life, for me as energy to survive and exist. In this, I forgive myself that I have accepted and allowed myself to create and manifest a world system of money that has an absolute disregard for all life, in and as equality and oneness, that consume from and of this physical existence and the lives and manifestations of and from this physical existence, nature, water, the earth, soil, atmosphere, air, human beings, animals, insects, where the world system of money systems and tools integrate and excavate environments and surroundings, and all and everything and everyone within and as to extract and consume and get into the very nutrients of substance, flesh, fabric of and as this physical existence, to transform into and as money for its own continued survival existence as money, moving deeper and farther into and as this physical existence, as the fire, as the energy of and as me move deeper and farther into and as the physical environment and physical human body, ruining, destroying, annihilating the very physicality of this physical existence and physical human body, with absolute total disregard for the life, the expression of beings and manifestations as my beingness, as the physical body, as this physical existence, and the lives of beings and parts and manifestations of and of this physical existence. In this, I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand that with me transforming my very beingness in life into an as energy for me as energy to exist for a finite moment, that I am in fact manifesting me as disregarding the very life of and as me, and so the life of and as all as existence as me as substance manifest, and thus have now become a being that dishonor, disregard, disrespect life in and as its physical existence, and is why and how I have accepted and allowed a world system of money as my image and likeness creation that dishonor, disregard, and disrespect life of all within and as its physical existence, and why and how I have not stood up within and as its existence as me for and as life for all in and as equality and oneness, because I have not yet stood up within and as myself for and as life of me as substance of and as equality and oneness as life. I see, realize, and understand that I have not yet stood up for me as life within myself, because of my acceptance and allowance of manifesting my who I am as energy, mind, and consciousness, that instead consumes and use and abuse life as my beingness and physical human body within and as me, and so have accepted and allowed myself to become a being that accepts and allow the consumption, use, and abuse of and as life and substance and physicality within and as my very physical human body and beingness, and so have accepted and allowed the world system of money and the nature of all as humanity as me that exists within and as the nature and action and living of and as consumption and abuse of and as this physical existence, and the very lives of and as all as me within and as this physical existence. In this, I commit myself to stand within and as me as life, in and as equality and oneness as manifested as my beingness and my human physical body, where I stand as the starting point of me as life, of and as equality and oneness, me with and as my physical body, in and as equality and oneness, and so with and as this physical existence of and as equality and oneness. That is the first step, the decision as commitment statement of who I am as life, as equality and oneness, who I am as equal and one with and as my physical body in this physical existence. Now I, within that starting point, decision of and as life, as equality and oneness, as starting point of me within myself, I walk my process through writing, self-forgiveness, and self-corrective application in and as the starting point decision of who I am as equality and oneness in life, and physically manifest me as that starting point and decision into and as the living of me as that decision, which I do through reabsorbing my mind consciousness system energy back into and as my substance and physicality through transforming my mind as energy, manifested as words, of and as knowledge and information, of and as energy, into and as living words. Thus, I commit myself to taking me as words of energy and knowledge and information that has become the energy reality creation of me as the mind consciousness through consuming and abusing my beingness and physical body, and absorbing those words and energy into and as the physical flesh, where I become the living of and as those words and energy as the living word, as the process of returning energy as me to substance and physicality and beingness, and so create and manifest my physical reality in and as equality and oneness with and as who I am and what I live as living words, and thus align the words into and as equality and oneness as practically living life, with and as life as my physical body, in and as this physical existence. And so I become a being that absorbs myself as energy into and as substance and physicality, as the return of me as energy to my origin and source as substance and physicality. I see, realize, and understand that only I can walk this for me within myself, as I within and as myself have become the energy system as the mind consciousness system of words of knowledge and information and definition within and as the manifestation of energy that has created my energy reality as mind through the consumption of and as my beingness, physical body, and so this physical existence as the fire that consumes its environment with absolute disregard for life and all life. And so I commit myself as I manifest me as the living word, as reabsorbing me as energy into and as my physical, as being and becoming the living word through and as my process of writing self-forgiveness and self-corrective application. I stop the consumption of life and start the process of transformation of me as energy to and as life and living of and as equality and oneness with and as my physical body and so this physical existence. I will stop consuming my physical body in this physical environment and earth and start transforming me as energy, the living with and as, in and as equality and oneness. My physical body and this physical existence is me, where I thus transform myself from a fleeting fire that finitely exists within and as this physical existence to become the eternal sun, as the fire of life that express as me, that give life to all in and as equality and oneness. As I stand as the burning sun of life within and as me, transform my mind as fire that consumed my physical body and beingness, to me becoming the sun in and as my physical existence, as my physical body, that gift and give life to all parts of and as me, in and as my physical body as me, standing as the life of me as sun, and so the life of and as all as the physical existence as my physical body. And so I commit myself to changing and transforming the world system of money in and as the sun, of and as this physical existence that gift life to all in and as equality and oneness, and no more stand as a fleeting fire and flame that consume the life of and as this physical existence and physical lives. And so each will become and be a sun within and as their physical existence, as their human physical body, that gift life to and as their entire physical bodies, and standing equal to and one with their entire physical bodies as physical existence. And as each stand as their own sun within and as their physical existence, in and as their physical bodies as living in and as actual equality and oneness, so that without as ourselves will be equal and one with and as the sun and this physical existence, and we exist in the expression and living of and as life, here, where all life is considered, honored, regarded, and respected, as we see, realize, and understand that all parts is in fact ourselves.